POV Canadian politics. These Canadian politicians and influencers, they drive me kind of nuts. But I'll do my best to explain it simply. Melissa here probably knows that when it comes to geopolitics and world politics, it's not black and white, it's not so simple. But she keeps putting on this show that Carney is a fool and that US is so reliable, etc., etc. These MapleMaga adjacent influencers, they just keep repeating the same stuff. They keep highlighting the contradictions in Carney's position. Deeper integration, he said, but also there was a rupture. Oh, we need to work together with China, but we also need to make deals with America. These people are either foolish or they're purposely putting on a show because they know that geopolitics is complicated. They know that Canada has a huge border with America. Canada is in the Five Eyes. Canada is an equal, with America having primacy in the Five Eyes, in the intelligence. They know that Canada has to deal with a powerful neighbor that used to get along with us very well, but now things are changing. They should know that the world is not black and white, especially at the level of states and politics and foreign policy. It's like they want to put on a show for you so that you believe in this Marvel heroes universe political theory. What we support is good and what we criticize is bad, and that's it. And Mark Nixon here, he puts this video on his pinned tweet on Twitter. That's the first impression he wants you to see. He wants you to know that he doesn't like China and that China is so bad that Winnie the Pooh is banned. Because some people say Winnie the Pooh looks like Xi Jinping. But Winnie the Pooh is not banned, and this is easily proven false for many, many years, but here we are. And these MapleMaga influencers, they're adjacent to Wignats, supremacists of certain types. And like I said before, I think it's okay to have pride in your culture and your ancestry and your history. But the line blurring into supremacy becomes troublesome. And these people, they always talk about Muslims in a certain way, in a certain tone. That's off-putting, doesn't seem right. But then when it comes to Chinese Muslims, oh my God, we care so much and we want to help them, right? And then if you show them information that disproves the Xinjiang narrative, they just ignore you. And it seems they're all being fed information from American-owned media outlets and NGOs and influencer groups. One thing that's interesting about these MapleMaga influencers is they defend Russia. If articles come out saying Russia is influencing Canadian intelligence, they'll defend Russia very hard. But when articles say China is influencing Canadian intelligence, they will go, rah, 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 China bad, China bad. Look at this guy. He has Chinese face. He is Chinese spy. So my theory is that these MapleMaga influencers, they still want to play this game of trying to pull Russia away from China. Just like in the past, with the Sino-Soviet split, the Americans saw that, hey, this is a good time to bring China closer to us to push Russia in a certain way. But I don't think that kind of strategy is going to work in 2026. We are way past the Cold War. Binary thinking is just not going to work. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of Carney or anything. His sovereign wealth fund, there's a lot of legitimate criticisms against that. But bottom line, like I said after Carney's Davos speech, what cards does Canada have to play against America? Maybe there's cards that we can develop down the line. But right now, Canada has a difficult balancing act to play with your neighbor down to the south, with your large border, and with a shifting world order, and a rising China, and a mask-off America. So these things that Kate are talking about as if they're contradictions, they're really not. That is how nuanced and complex the geopolitical world is. Geopolitics might be governed by some simple, basic laws of power and realpolitik, but like you see Carney meeting Obama here, and Mark has a problem with it. It's another way to criticize Carney. But when I look at this, I see to elites that I can't fully trust. I mean, Barack Obama, he won the Nobel Peace Prize, but he also dropped a lot of bombs, a lot of drone strikes. He achieved the JCPOA, but at what cost? So I believe Melissa knows the truth. She knows that Canada has a balancing act to play. It's not easy. If it was Pierre leading Canada right now, what chips does he have to play against Trump? Or would he just have to acquiesce? What could Pierre do different from Carney materially, other than just bow down deeper and appease Trump in the way that some of these MapleMaga influencers suggest? Like I said, I think Melissa knows what's going on. She's just playing the show. The show must go on.